Okay, in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to do Anova using some data. Now, Anova is when you're trying to see if there's a difference between three or more groups. So, in other words, it's like the t-test, but the t-test is only for two groups. Anova is for three or more groups. So, in the example in this video, I'm going to show you how to compare the means by class level for freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Is there a difference among them? So, as you can see, I'm already inside Excel. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you. And you can see over here off to the side, I have class right here. This is my variable for class. So as you know, 1 represents a freshman, 2 represents a sophomore, 3 represents a junior, and 4 represents a senior. That is how you code it inside Excel, because I told you Excel does not do well with numbers. So there are 3 columns that I need to move from sheet 1 here into another sheet because I have to rearrange my data to make this work. So I need the class variable, and I also need my academic dishonesty variable right here, and my achievement emotion variable right here. These are the 3 columns I need. So I have to move these one at a time. This takes a little bit of time, but you need to see this in order to understand how to do it. So I highlight my column, I copy, and I'm going to move this over to a new sheet, and I paste. And I'm not quite done yet. Then I need to move over to my other 2 variables, because remember, I'm comparing the means of academic dishonesty by group and the means of achievement emotion by group. So I'm going to take these 2 columns right here, copy, and move these over. Now the next thing I need to do is, I have to, when you copy, let me back up. When you copy, you have to right click and then click on values like so, and then you'll get the values like that. All right, everything is just about set up. I have my classes, I have my academic dishonesty mean for each participant and their academic emotions. Now I need to sort because I need to do a lot of rearranging of my data. This takes a little bit of time, but if you follow me, you can do this yourself. So I'm going to highlight each column. And then if you click on data at the top and click on sort, you want to sort by class. So that will put all the 1s at the top, then the 2s and the 3s and the 4s, etc., like so. And then I click sort. And so now all my freshmen are on top, all my sophomores, etc. Now I need you to be patient with changing in order to make this work. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put all of my academic dishonesty results next to each other. In other words, I'm going to put in this column right here all the results for sophomore academic dishonesty, and then junior, and then senior, and then I'm going to move achievement emotions way over to the side. This is going to take a little bit of time, but we're going to go ahead and get started with this. So I'm going to start by looking at the class. The first few rows are all 1s. I don't need to move those. So I'm going to move the 2s. So everything that's a 2, I'm just going to go on ahead here. And I'm going to move this. Remember, 2s for class represents my sophomores. So I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to go up to the top. And I'm going to paste it like so. So all my 2s are here. So this row right here is my sophomore academic dishonesty. And then in the next column, this is my sophomore achievement emotions, like so. Now, I don't actually need this column right here anymore with all the 2s in it, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this. And like so. And I need to rename these, because remember, these first few columns is the freshman results, so I just have to put in freshman at the top so that I know what it is. Freshman academic dishonesty. And then right here we have freshman achievement emotions. Like so. Now I'm going to move my juniors over. So we're going to start right here and move all the way down until we see the 4s, which we don't want. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you. So you can see right here, I took from my first column, which is my class, I took everything that was a 3, that has a 3 in the first column, because 3 represents my juniors. And so I want to move this up to the top for the sake of analysis. Paste like so. I'm going to make these columns a little bit bigger so you can read them. All right, so this is my juniors. So junior academic dishonesty, like so. And then junior achievement emotions. Then I'll make the column a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to delete this column right here. Clear the contents, like so. All right, now I'm going to bring my seniors up to the top. So let me go back over here. And so far, notice at the bottom how I have two respondents who did not tell me what their class is. They will not be a part of my analysis because I don't know if they're a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior. So I'm going to just copy this section right here, and we're going to move this back up to the top. Paste it right here. Notice, by the way, how I've been pasting my results always starting in the second row, because the top row I have to put the name of the variable. So paste like so. And in the top row, like I just showed you, this is going to be senior academic dishonesty. And this is going to be senior achievement emotions. We're going to make this nice and big. And we're going to clear the contents of this one. All right, now everything is set up by group, but I need to put all of my academic dishonesty people next to each other and all my achievement emotion people next to each other. So I need to insert some columns here. So I'm just going to click insert. And so now I have a nice space right here, and I'm going to move my sophomores right here. Control X. So I want all the academic dishonesty groups next to each other, and then paste like so. You can see how I have all my sophomores next to each other. And then I'm going to move my juniors, my junior academic dishonesty people. So I need to insert another column. And then I'm going to move my juniors who have the scores for junior academic dishonesty like so. Move this right here into column D, paste. You can see that. And lastly, we're just going to move over achievement emotion a little bit. And then in column E, I'm going to put senior academic dishonesty now. Move this over. There we go. All right, now for achievement emotion, it'll be a little bit easier because everything's already next to each other. So you can see freshman is already right there next, and then sophomore, and then I have two empty columns here I need to get rid of. So I'm going to highlight those and click on delete here. Then I have junior, and then I have two empty columns I need to get rid of. And then I have senior. So we're done arranging our data. That does take a little bit of time. And now we're ready to do our analysis. So I'm going to zoom out so I can see everything. And I'm going to click right here on data analysis. Well, let me see a little bit. Data analysis. This is under the data tab. And we're going to do Anova single factor. And so let me delete this stuff that I already in here. So clear out the data in the input range. If there's anything in the input range already, delete that, please. And we're going to start. Click on the little input range, and we're going to highlight our sections here. So freshman academic dishonesty, then sophomore, then junior, then senior academic dishonesty. Every row that has a value, like so. We're going to make sure the labels in the first row is highlighted. And then, of course, we have to pick an output range. So we select on output range, and then we click inside the white area. And where you put it is up to you. I'm going to just put my results right here in this column, right so. And we click OK. And there you go. There's your results. Let me zoom in for you. So they tell you some very useful information for you to know. First of all, you have the names of each group. So freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior academic dishonesty. It tells you how many people are in each group. So 19, 35, 31, and 42. The sum, you don't need to know that for this class, but then it also explains to you the average. So for freshmen, the average score for academic dishonesty was 2.2. For sophomore, 2.57. For junior, 2.52. And lastly, for seniors, 2.59. And then one other thing you need to know is the p-value, which for this one is 0.058, which is almost significant. In other words, that after doing the analysis, we can say that there is honestly no different values because, again, I know you're not familiar with statistics. If the difference here, the p-value will be below 0.05, but it's very close. But technically, no, there is no difference between these scores. So even though it looks like there's a difference, there's not when you do a proper analysis. Again, this is beyond this class to explain the statistical aspects of it. Now I'm going to repeat this for my achievement emotions. So I go back here up to the top, I click data analysis, I click OK. I have to clear out my information from last time, clear out my information from my output range, and now I need to go up here and I need to find my achievement emotion groups. So here's my freshmen, all the way to my seniors, and then go all the way down, make sure I highlight everything. And then I need to pick on the output range, pick a place where I want to put it. And I want to make sure that I don't overlap my other information, so I'll put it over here like so. And then I click OK. All right, so here are my for the achievement emotions to make the columns bigger for you so we can see them together. All right, so you can see here for freshmen it was 2.99 the average score, 3.03 for sophomore, 3.12 and 3.02 for juniors and seniors respectively. And then of course the next thing we need to know is the p-value, which is 0.24, which is again above 0.05. So there's no difference in these means here. So there you have it. This is how you do an Anova analysis using Microsoft Excel Data Analysis Tool Pack. Thank you very much. I hope that this is useful for you.